What's going on, people? It's Greg with another Excel VBA tutorial video. Today we'll be going over how to send an email with multiple ranges or multiple tables in the email body. So let's get right into it. So we'll start off with our sub. Let's call this sub email multi-range, and declare our variables. Let's do out app as an object, and then we'll do out mail as an object. Let's also have our string. So this is going to be like our greeting in our email body, and we'll have a couple of those. So we'll do string 1, string 2. So let's set out app equal to create object. You know what I forgot? Let's go ahead and put the ranges in here too, declare our ranges. So we're gonna have, let's start off with 2 ranges, these 2 here. Range 1 and range 2. Alright. So we set out app equal to create object, and then we want to do the Outlook application. Oops. Alright. And then out mail, we'll set that equal to out app dot create item 0. Alright, so for our first range, we'll set that equal to let's do sheets, and the sheet is, the name of the sheet is sheet 1, but we can call it whatever we want. So let me change this to like countries or something. Alright. And then we're going to choose our range, which is going to be here. So 1 1. So we're going to do cells 1 1, 2 cells. So this cell's here. So it's going to be down 1 2 3 4 5 6 over 1 2 3. So 6 3. Kind of like coordinates, except your y is in the first position, your x is in the second. So we've got, this is our range. We start at 1 1, end at 6 3. Oops. Should be cells right here. So that's our first range. The second one, let's just copy and paste that. So RG2 is coming from the same sheet, except we're going to start down 9 over 1, and then we're going to end up down 14 over 3. So now our string for our actual body is going to be body style. Let's get that out the way. Let's choose our font size. Make that 12. Font family. And let's go ahead and jump to the next line. So I'm using ampersand and an underscore to keep it going, so I don't run out of room. And what we're going to say is hello team, and then we can do a paragraph break. Please view data below. And then we'll do just a regular break. So that'll be our first string. Our second string, we'll just say, let's have another break. Best regards. Oops. And then another break. Greg. That's my name. Okay. So now we'll do on error, resume next, and jump right into without mail, which we declared up here. We're going to get our to going, so we're going to send this to whoever at whatever.com. CC is going to be no one. BCC, no one, but you can put whoever you want in the quotations. Subject, let's go with country information, country info. And then display, you can choose send if you want to automatically send it without looking at it first, but I always choose display so you have a chance to look at it before it gets sent off. And then the main part that we're working on here is our HTML body. So we're going to do str1, so we're going to start off with our greeting, hello team, and then what we're going to do now is we're going to need to use a function called the range to HTML function to get it online. I'll have a link in the description, but it's by Rondé Bruin. It's a really popular function, and all you need to do is to copy it, and what it does is it converts whatever range you put in the function into one that's compatible for an email, so it puts it in HTML format. So we'll copy this, we'll put it in another module, so let's paste it there, and now I can just reference this. So string 1, after string 1, we're going to do range to HTML. Our first range is RG1 right here, and then we're going to call it again, and do RG2, and then we're going to end out our email with str2, string 2, and then we reference HTML body again. So then after that, we just end our with on error, go to 0, and then set out mail equal to nothing, and set out app equal to nothing. Alright, so let's run this, and as you can see, we've got our data here. Why this is orange beats me. Let's change this. It's like red or something. Okay. So the colors don't exactly match for whatever reason, but your data is there. So let's say you have more than 2 ranges, right? And you don't know exactly where your data is going to be, or how long it's going to go down. So it's not static, but it's like it's dynamic. So say you have say you have data all throughout, and and it's on multiple tabs. So we can create a function that grabs all this data. All you need to know is what the first position of your table is, and you'll be good to go. So we'll create another function. Let's call this function locate, because it's going to be locating our tables. And we're going to pass 3 parameters in there. So we're going to have y1 as long, x1 as long, and sh as a string. And then this entire function is going to be a range. Alright. So we'll have variables y2 to correspond with y1, and then x2 to correspond with x1. And then because we're working with different sheets, we'll do this workbook sheets and then reference this here, sh, activate. So we'll activate whatever sheet we need to be on, so whether it's countries or if it's sheet 2. So now we're going to set y2 is going to be equal to worksheet function. So this is going to be we're going to count the number of rows down. So we're going to pass the we know what the first cell is, right? So say we're on this tab here. Our first cell is 1 1, so that's going to get passed as y1 and x1, and we're going to pass countries as the first sheet. What happens then is we're going to use this y2 to determine how far down we need to go, and then x2 to determine how far to the right we need to go, so that we can get this cell. And then we'll do that one time with this function, and then we'll just call that function multiple times in our sub, just like we called the range to HTML function multiple times. So let me go ahead and quickly run through this, get this out the way. So here's our count. So our cells that we're counting for our range are going to be y1, x1, and we're going to be counting down. So let's copy this, paste it. So then x2, same thing, except we're going to the right. And then we can set locate, our function locate. We're going to set that equal to sheets sh, which is the sheet name that we provided, and then the range is just going to be cells y1, x1, and then cells y2, x2. Jeez. What am I missing here? Oh, got it. All right. So, an issue though. So, we won't have any problems if we're starting here. So what this does is it's going to count down, right? So we're going to have 8 as our number for y2. Only problem is if we start here and we count down from 11, we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 as our number, but we're at 16. So we'll need to add the original, right? So we're going to need to add 11. So we're going to add 11 to 6, but that'll put us at 17. So we have to subtract 1. So what we're going to have to do here is add y1 and then subtract 1. And then here, same thing, add x1, subtract 1. That'll give us the count that we want. Alright, so now we have our function created. We can go here and take these out because they're not static anymore, now they're dynamic. and we're going to call our function. So we call our function, it's called locate. So we just put in our position, our first position, so 1, 1, and then our sheet name is countries. Countries. And then here, locate. Position here is going to be down 11 over 1, so 11, 1. And it's going to be on the countries tab. So I actually have more ranges on this tab. So here it starts, we're going to be at down 3 over 1, so 3, 1. So let me copy this. Oops. So we got RG3. Shout out to the Redskins. Let's see. Even though he doesn't play for them anymore. As range. RG4 as range. Alright. So now we're down 3 over 1. So 3, 1. The sheet is sheet 2. Sheet 2 again. And then we're down 15 over 2. Alright, so 15, 2. Alright, so let me close this up because I already tried to make sure it worked before. Close that. Alright, so let's run it now. Okay, so looks, I forgot to add the range to HTML function here. So let's underscore and ampersand underscore and keep this going. So we have range to HTML RG3 and range to HTML RG4. Alright, so we run it again, and there you have it. So all those ranges that we had before, even though the sizes of them changed, it grabbed all the data that we wanted. And then of course you can obviously change the order. You can make this 4, make this 1, make this 3, run it again. And you see. So yeah, that's all I have for today. Thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate your time. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. Have a good one.